Hello gardeners, welcome back. Today we're doing something fun and delicious. We are taste testing and reviewing several different varieties of micro-dwarf tomatoes. If you've never heard of micro-dwarf tomatoes before, they are exactly what they sound like. Tiny tomato plants that stay super compact, usually around 6 inches to about 1 foot tall, but they still produce real tomatoes. And the reason micro-dwarfs are so amazing is because they let you grow tomatoes in small spaces. They're perfect for containers, patios, balconies, grow bags, and even indoors under grow lights. They also grow fast, they start producing quickly, and they're one of the easiest ways for beginner gardeners to get a tomato harvest without needing a big garden. So in this video, I'm going to show you each micro-dwarf variety and taste test it. And if you want to grow any of these, I do have seeds for a bunch of micro-dwarf tomatoes available on my website, jarrahsgarden.com. And I'll link all of these below in the description. All right, let's get into the taste test. First up, my favorite out of all of the ones I grew this season, Dark Dwarf Multiflora. It is a Multiflora type of tomato on top of being a micro-dwarf, which means it produces huge bouquet-like clusters of cherry-sized tomatoes all on one stem. Multifloras are known for being extremely high-yielding. This one produces dark reddish-brown cherry tomatoes that are all consistently a very good size for a cherry tomato. And here's what they look like so that you could see they are a pretty decent size for a cherry tomato. This one has a very nice dark reddish brick red kind of color, and then the shoulders have like a dark brownish green kind of hue to them. So just a pretty unique looking little cherry tomato. But anyways, let's taste it. So I personally have a tendency to go for any kind of a dark colored tomato, like the ones that are considered black or blue or purple. I don't know why. I know that the color of the skin is not directly related to the flavor, but I tend to really like those ones. They tend to be savory and sweet and just hit a lot of different flavor profiles all in one little tomato. And I have to agree, this one is really, really good. Next is Rosy Finch. This variety produces very beautiful rosy pink tomatoes, and the flavor is usually more mild, smooth, and slightly sweet. It's a really pretty micro-dwarf for container gardens, getting to be around 8 to 10 inches tall. So let's taste test it. This one to me just has a lot of sweetness and acidity. It's very bright tasting. It is one of the more popular micro-dwarf tomatoes out there, and I completely understand why. It also just has a nice deep rosy pink color. It doesn't ever get like a solid red, but you know, there are pink tomatoes as well. This next one I had to grow because I love San Marzano tomatoes, but it's the micro-dwarf version called Mini Marzano. The fruits are more oval shaped, similar to San Marzano tomatoes, and it is considered a paste or sauce type of tomato. They have a meatier texture with less juice, which makes them great for cooking. Each plant is pretty productive. If your goal is to can a lot of sauce, then make sure you plant several of these little plants so the harvest is big enough. I planted 2 plants in my green stock garden tower. I got a few flushes of a harvest that are a couple weeks in between, which is enough to make sauce for about 1 meal of pasta, just to put it into perspective. So even though this is known to be a more drier, less juicy type of tomato, because that's what the sauce or paste types are all about, I'm still gonna taste test this one for you. Right off the bat, it just has a really crisp texture. It's pretty juicy though. It has a very mild flavor, which is very typical of the paste or sauce tomatoes. Usually that flavor really gets more developed when you cook with them, but still really, really good and better than any cherry tomato you'll buy at the grocery store. Next up is a micro-dwarf called Orange Hat. This is one of the most popular micro-dwarf tomatoes because it stays super tiny, it grows very fast, and produces these bright orange cherry tomatoes. It's super cute in pots and it's a great option for small spaces. I don't have very many of these left. I literally just have 3. This was the last 3 remaining off from my plants. It is January as I film this video, and we just got hit with like 2 really bad back-to-back cold fronts, and it really damaged a lot of my tomato plants. Otherwise they would keep growing straight through my winter. Those cold fronts definitely knocked out my Orange Hat tomato plants, and in one of the reviews for one of these varieties, I'm actually going to go over to one of my green stock garden towers where I have a bunch of my micro-dwarfs growing in right now, and you're going to see a lot of them are just plain dead, and I'm just removing the last little bit of tomatoes that I left on the plants to ripen up all of the way. They don't look too happy right now, but one of them, which I'll show you later, called GGs Glory, is still green and still producing, and it survived those cold fronts. So I'll show you that in a little bit, but that's why I only literally have 3 of these to show you guys. This one I've grown many, many times. Again, it's called Orange Hat, and I have shown it in some of my other tomato review videos. I have a whole playlist dedicated to tomatoes, and that's where I put all my tomato review videos. So I have reviewed this one before, but I haven't done a tomato review video on just micro dwarfs yet. So that's why I'm going to show it again. And I really like the flavor of this one. It's very bright, like acidity wise, and sweet, which is just all around really good. Next is a micro dwarf called Pygmy. This is a very compact micro dwarf, like 8 inches tall or less than that, but it still produces a decent amount of small red tomatoes for its small size. It's a great option for growing in tiny spaces, like in large size tin cans or in indoor growing. So let's taste test this one. Really good flavor. It tastes just like your classic red tomato, except in a tiny little cherry-sized form. So this one I do recommend if you're growing in super, super tiny spaces, like a 1-gallon size container or the original size green stock garden towers, or for like hydroponics growing, especially if you're growing indoors where you need like smaller size plants to begin with. So Pygmy is a great option for that. Next is Tiny Tim. And this is one of the most well-known container tomatoes of all time. It's small, growing to about 8 to 10 inches tall, dependable, and it produces a lot of tiny little red cherry tomatoes that are perfect for beginners. It's just all around a very good classic red little cherry tomato. And I really like the flavor of this one. I would say it's slightly sweeter than Pygmy, but again, if you're looking for something that's super tiny to grow, go with Pygmy. Next up, we have a micro dwarf tomato called Yellow Canary. This is actually part of a series of different varieties of tomatoes named after birds. Rosy Finch is also part of that series. Yellow Canary is a yellow micro dwarf cherry tomato. This variety produces small yellow tomatoes, which tend to be a little less acidic, so they often taste sweeter and milder when compared to the red ones. So let's taste test this one. Oh yeah, it's definitely much sweeter than the red ones for sure. Next is Florida Petite, which is a great micro dwarf tomato bred for hot climate gardeners. It was bred by the University of Florida many years ago. Plus, the name being called Florida, I just had to grow it. It stays compact, produces one of the bigger in size micro dwarf tomatoes compared to all of the rest. So let's taste test it. Very good. I would say this one, being a red variety, is sweeter than the other two that I showed in this video. Lastly, let's talk about GGs Glory. And like I said, all of these tomatoes took a really hard hit from the cold fronts. Some of them are completely dead, just gone. Some of them are still green and will probably recover if I just fertilize them and help them get another jump start. GG's Glory fared pretty well. There's some damaged, awful looking leaves on here, but overall she's still pretty green. That might indicate she has some kind of a higher cold tolerance compared to the other ones. I don't know. I still have to grow it a few more seasons to be able to determine that. But I wanted to show you guys this one in comparison to some of the other ones. It's pretty bushy, and I would say this is like 18 inches tall. It's kind of falling over. I put these bamboo sticks here to kind of tie all of my micro dwarf tomatoes to them for extra support. They do get pretty heavy when they're fully loaded with fruit, and if you're growing them in something like a green stock garden tower, they could have a tendency to just literally fall over because of the weight of the fruit. So I just stick some bamboo sticks and I tie them on with some string. Again, don't mind all the dead looking plants. It's the end of my season. But this is GG's Glory. There's quite a few ones on here. It is a yellow cherry sized tomato, and to my knowledge, there are no micro dwarfs that will produce anything bigger than like a large cherry sized tomato. Maybe one day they'll breed some. That would be really amazing. But as of right now, I have not heard or seen anything like that. Anyways, there's quite a few on here to harvest for today. But let me just grab one to do a little taste test. That one is really, really good. I would say probably out of all the ones that I just tasted today, this one is the sweetest, I think. But it could also depend on a lot of factors. Again, these tomatoes all got hit with some cold fronts before I like harvest them real quick. So that could be adding to changes in flavor and things like that. But I really like this one. And it's very productive. It is loaded with fruit. Each flush definitely produces a lot. So I'm gonna clean her up, prune off all this gross damaged parts, fertilize her really well, and I do expect it to bounce right back and I'll get more harvest from it. The rest of these I'm just gonna finish up harvesting them off. I usually like to wait for them to turn color while on the plants. So even though some of these plants are obviously dead, I'm still waiting for some of these to change color before I bring them in. But once I do that, I'm gonna clean them all out and plant something different in their spot. So that's my micro dwarf tomato taste test test and review. If you want tomatoes in a small space, micro dwarf tomatoes are one of the easiest and fastest ways to get a harvest. They're also perfect for containers, patios, and even indoor growing, and they're a great option for beginner gardeners to learn a little bit about growing tomatoes before you jump into the harder, bigger sized ones. If you want to try growing any of these varieties, I do have seeds available on my website at jarrahsgarden.com. I'll definitely link them all below. Let me know in the comments which micro dwarf tomato you want to grow the most, and if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. That helps out my channel more than you know. Consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my gardening tutorials. And as always, happy gardening.